Hello my friends, welcome to the Vitruvian Live. Today is Monday, March 25th. First of all, if sometimes my voice cracks, it's because I have a throat ache. It's bothering me since this morning. So yeah, I hope it goes over soon. I hate it. So when you swallow, each time it hurts. Dang. So yeah, that's something I got to live with. But anyway, that's not important. So, what to talk about? First of all, Saturday I went to Zuiderspel where I went to demo for Portal Games. Didn't demo too much, honestly. Didn't have to do a lot. We had a big team there. The cool thing was that we had a prototype that I say we as Portal Games Benelux, but that my colleagues made for Imperial Settlers, the roll and write, which was interesting. I haven't played it yet. Well, I've played 2 rounds, and you normally play 10 rounds, so I didn't get a real feeling of the game yet. I have seen it being played, and if you hear some noise, one of the cats is, as always, when I'm filming, in the litter box, and they make noise when, well, yeah, you know. But I saw the game being played the whole day, and that was interesting. It looks cute. It has interesting stuff going on, and I must say I'm especially looking forward to the solo variant that will be in there. 48 different pages of villages that you can play as a solo campaign-ish thing. Also pretty neat is that I'm in the rulebook, so that's always a little bit fun to be in the rulebook as a proofreader. So that was nice. I already forgot that I proofread some stuff for that game, so that's pretty neat. Anyway, the convention there in the Netherlands was pretty cool. It's always a more quiet convention. I don't know how many people visit the convention, but it always feels more quiet than other conventions. It's a big hall, but also the sound, the acoustic is pretty good, so no noise coming from everywhere, so that's pretty neat. And I must say my colleagues did a great job in making an awesome booth for the Portal Games Benelux booth, which they put in a lot of cool work. If the camera moves, it's the cat again. There we go, the camera moved. Mr. Robinson. Yeah. So, what do I really want to talk about? This thing here, and especially this site. This is a die from the game Near and Far, which I believe was in my top 100, somewhere low in the top 100, but still it made it to the list. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the year, this year I'm going to try to complete some of the campaign games that I own, or at least get as far through them as possible. So we're playing Near and Far at this moment, and this was our 3rd game of it. Well, we did the 3rd campaign part, and so this game is a game where you are getting resources in town. So you're going from building to building, getting stuff, preparing yourself to go outside and adventure outside, fighting bandits, going on quests and all that stuff, maybe getting more resources as well by building camps. So this is a game where you are planning stuff and you have strategy and you have an idea of what you want to do. You're planning your things, your actions, and you're looking forward to what will I do to get what I need, because you have these artifact cards and those can score you points, but you need certain resources to get them. So I had some cards in my hand at the beginning of the game, and I had some prerequisites that weren't my favorite ones, because I had to get negative reputation, which is not always easy to do. Well, it's not that hard to do, but it cannot score you points at the end of the game. So I knew I was in a disadvantage there a little bit, but I was working towards negative, a negative number there, negative reputation. So And so I'm planning stuff, I get some ideas how to get what I need, and often in this game, when you do a test, you roll a die. And most of the time, you know what you have to roll. It's a skill check or a combat check, and you know how much you have, and you roll the die, add up the die total, and that's what you get. So you know the risk that you're taking, right? Now, there is also a dueling in the game. If you go to a building in the city where there's another player, you have to fight them. You have to duel them, and you can do that in two ways. You can do it honorably, or you can do it not without honor. The positive thing about fighting without honor is that you get a +1 bonus. The negative thing, normally, is you lose reputation if you win. But I needed to lose reputation. So I needed to duel. And I also needed to win the duels because I needed also to do the action on the space to get what I needed to play my cards. But you don't know how high you have to roll. So I knew I had a +3 on my roll because of the unfair fighting and because I had some bonus cards as well that gave me +2 and +3 in total. So I did this a couple of times, and then Elise has to roll, because it was a dummy player, Elise had to roll for the other player without any bonuses, and she rolled a 5, a 6, and I kept rolling a 1. And normally in a game that focuses on combat or on whatever with dice, where dice are, and the randomness and the luck of the die are part of the game, I don't mind. I know I'm unlucky with dice, and at that moment I don't mind. It's part of the game, there's luck involved. Okay. But with this, I must say I was really annoyed at the end of the game, because this one thing, this die that I had to roll a couple of times and really screwed me, made all my planning, all my strategy, everything I worked for, maybe for an hour, because I think it's about an hour of gameplay. At the end, that hour was completely destroyed by one single die that I had to roll a couple of times. And I got really, really annoyed by it. So that's why the title of this episode is Roll and Rage. I was not happy yesterday. Elise won the game with 63 points versus 31 of mine. It was hopeless for me. Plus, it is a campaign game. At the end of the game, at the end of the campaign, the player who has the most points is the winner. I'm not sure if I can ever catch up the points that I lost, or she has to be very unlucky in the future. We'll see. But I wonder, have you ever gotten a little bit angry? And it's not that I keep being angry. I just have to express my feelings at that moment, nag a little bit, maybe curse a little bit, and curse the game as well. But it is a very good game. But this one thing yesterday, oh man, I have ugly words in my mouth, so I'm not going to speak them. Anyway, I wonder if you also had these times where a die screwed you over and you got a little bit angry about it. I want to know if I'm the only one who sometimes gets annoyed by certain randomness, especially in games where there is more strategy than luck, where luck shouldn't be the biggest factor of winning. And this time, this one was the one that made... I'm not saying that I was going to win the game, not at all. I think I would still have lost the game, but not by 32 points. She had more than double the points that I had, so I was a little bit... Anyway, that's it for today, folks. It's already forgotten. Well, not forgotten, but I'm over it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, for commenting, for liking, for subscribing, whatever. And see you again next time. I guess that will be Wednesday. See you soon. See you next time. Bye-bye.